This is a review of last night's MNBRT radio, which was a great show. The guest for the first half hour was actually the legendary Peter Byrne, and Peter talked quite a bit about the first thing he talked about was the Yeti finger, the supposed Yeti finger that was rediscovered back this past December, and was examined, and the DNA was extracted out of the finger, and it turned out to be human. Peter said, it wasn't all that disappointing because we always knew it had to be tested somehow. And back when he originally procured the finger, there was no DNA study being done. There was no such thing as DNA studies or anything like that. So it was an exciting new development, within the past 50 years that that was able to properly identify the finger. I got to ask Peter some questions. The first question I asked him was about how many sets of footprints he's found in the field. He's only found 5 in the United States. He found a set of tracks in the Himalayas when he was searching for the Yeti. And he talked quite a bit about his past associations with the late Tom Slick, and also the Yeti expeditions that took place in the late 50s. And then Slick, of course, shifted his focus over the United States to the Pacific Northwest to search for Bigfoot. Peter also talked about that he is coming out with actually 3 new books this summer. They're going to be kind of how-to books. How to hunt for Bigfoot, how to hunt for Yeti, how to hunt for the Loch Ness Monster. And those are supposed to be coming out this summer from Hancock House. So those should be pretty interesting. I also asked him what was the largest footprint he'd ever found, and he said 10 inches. And he said that he found this footprint in the Himalayas. I should have specified what was the largest Sasquatch footprint he'd ever found. I didn't specify that, and I wish I had. And then I also asked him who was the funding, or who was the individual responsible for the funding of the Bigfoot research project in the 90s. And he said it was a fellow from Illinois who actually owned a sprinkler factory. And this individual funded the Bigfoot research project upwards of about $1 million. And that was the 5-year project that Peter Byrne undertook from 1992 to 1997. And also, Peter talked about some of his experiences with the Yeti, as far as, he has never actually seen a Sasquatch. He's never actually seen a Yeti. In all the years that he's been looking into these mysteries, he's never actually had a sighting. So he is much like the other 4 of the 4 horsemen of Sasquatchery. Rene DeHinden passed away without ever actually having seen a Sasquatch. Grover Krantz passed away without seeing a Sasquatch. John Green has never seen one, and of course Peter Byrne's never seen one. So we have this interesting dichotomy of the 4 main figures in the Bigfoot field who never have had sightings. I mean, they've found footprints, or they've been told of footprints, and they've gone and investigated them, but they never actually had a sighting themselves. And after Peter's segment was finished, Ron Bowles came on the show. Also, a fellow named Joel from Minnesota came on, and there was discussion about infrasound as relates to Sasquatch. And I didn't get to hear all the discussion about infrasound, but Ron Bowles kind of described it as almost like the disorientation feeling, and almost as if just one of those I suppose you could say it's an intangible feeling. You really can't. It's really hard to describe. I do know that my friend Sean Forker had an experience where he ran into a wall. He said it was like running into a wall of infrasound, and he felt like he just wanted to curl up in the fetal position and give up. He had that experience about 6 years ago in Pennsylvania, and I mean, I myself have never had that strong of an infrasound experience, but there are others who have. Anyway, it was a really great show. Of course, 5 stars as always, Abe. Not sure what Abe has planned for next week, but it will begin at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/MNBRT. And as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research.